One last time this season from Fort Myers on the Harbor One hotline. Good morning, Bradfo.
Let's go, McFarland. Come on, Wiggy. Come on, Wiggy.
They help me with all my heating supplies.
Just scream it, Wiggy. It feels so good.
McFarland.
I hope you're ready to come back to the cold and dreary New England weather. I hope you're ready for Thursday.
No, of course, no. I heard it's awful. It's awful. I love the bizarreness of Fort Myers, of Florida, the whole ball of wax, and now it's getting even hotter. And now, what did you say, 40-something degrees? Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yeah, it's going to be Scheim. I think Scheim's been handling the weather in the absence of Chris Curtis. And what do you have it at 42 now?
Sunny and a high of 43.
Okay.
Where are the gusts out of though, Chris?
I believe the gusts are out of the northeast, Rob.
Speaking of gusts, I just want to tell you how people down here, the Fort Myers people, have persevered. You saw a little bit of it, Greg, in your hotel. The lazy river wasn't open,
right?
But I can tell you that Fort Myers will not be denied. Wiggy, you can appreciate this. You are a purveyor of gentlemen clubs.
That
correct?
I am. I do like a good shake spot.
Right, and so there is one place at the base of the bridge in Fort Myers Beach, and so I was driving down to Fort Myers Beach with my wife, so we did not go in, and so we. But I did say,
took her in there.
I did say, is it there? I'm like, oh, it's not there. It's not there. There's just a tent, and then I realized it's in the tent.
Oh. They set up the Shake Shack in a tent.
They will not be denied here in Fort Myers. They are in the tent. Yeah, so there you go, Wiggy. Something to look forward to.
It was amazing to me what they have been able to do because they were devastated. Like the hotel that we stayed at, the water line was up to the roof, the first floor or second floor of the hotel was where the water line was from the hurricane. So they've done an amazing job.
Oh, that's
terrible.
Got to get that money. Got to make sure they get through dental
sincerely,
school.
it is pretty impressive, what they did to rebound. And I think today's a 6-month anniversary. So, but it's been a good time. I'm gonna miss it. But I look forward to seeing you guys.
Yeah, I think they're going to miss you at some of the local establishments. You certainly spend enough money down there.
The chicken wing consumption is going to go way, way down. I can tell you that.
Well, I don't think he gets the same type of company money that Nick Costos gets. So,
probably not. No, the expensive.
It's a lot
Twin
different.
Peaks will put a plaque up for him.
All right, so listen, I can't decide how I feel about this Red Sox team. So you're the insider. Where are you at on wins currently?
I am at 85 wins.
Okay.
85 wins.
Right.
Yeah. So I would take the over. I would hit the over hard, as Nick Costos would say.
Yeah.
But I think that a week ago, it's this roller coaster. I was really, really down on this team, and things weren't going well. And there are still so many things potentially wrong with this team. But there is a path to them being okay. There is a path to them actually being good. I think the biggest thing with them is that they have the potential to actually hang in there. But the problem is, I think they're so thin, they cannot afford any sort of room for error. And so, more so than any team that I can remember. So I am going to scream from the mountaintops, yes, you should have some optimism and coming out of spring training, but just hang on for dear life for a while.
With regard to pitching, and when you look at normally starters not pitching long when it comes to early in spring, and then the impact when it comes to the bullpen of Crawford and Houck being in the starting rotation. Where are you currently on pitching?
I think their starters could be pretty good. Honestly, Chris Sales looked good. Kluber's looked good. Pavetta's looked good last time out. Bayo and Whitlock, they're both going to be coming pretty quick here. So I think across the board, the starters are pretty good. The bullpen, if you talk about one thing with this team, which you don't probably feel great about, is the bullpen coming out right now. And Kenley Jansen pitched yesterday. Obviously, he had the dizziness thing the other day, but he is a guy that is trying to figure out this pitch clock thing. And guys, I can tell you, I don't think people up there understand what they're in store for when it comes to these games. I don't. Mm-hmm. In terms of the pitch clock, in terms of watching, on Saturday, we had a 2-hour and 6-minute game. In my entire life, I had
Wow.
never seen a 2-hour and 6-minute game. And these games are always land at usually around 2:30. But the players are trying to figure it out. I mean, the player like Kenley Jansen was the slowest pitcher in baseball last year, and he's still trying to figure out a routine. So I think that a lot of that, we're going to see a lot of that discomfort when it comes to trying to figure things out. And I think the bullpen for the Red Sox, that's part of the equation. A lot of these relievers were pretty slow guys.
And Bradford, is that a little concerning? Because going into spring training, I almost felt like the bullpen was the one area where people had confidence.
Yeah, because they spent money on it. They spent money on Kenley Jansen and Chris Martin and Joely Rodriguez. And now Rodriguez is hurt. He's got an oblique. Martin was better yesterday, but he's been up and down. And Kenley, like I said, I think he's trying to figure it out a little bit in terms of finding a pace. He came in the other day, he threw 3 warm-up pitches. That's unheard of. So I think it's just an adjustment. So there's no way around it. When you head into this season, the biggest warning sign or the biggest problem with this team in a lot of people's eyes is how is this bullpen going to hold up?
You brought up rule changes and the way in which Major League Baseball is changing the game. How real in your mind, if at all, is when it comes to the discussion about the potential for realignment with AL and NL teams playing in the same division? How real in your mind is that?
No, I don't think they'll do that. Listen, I mean, they've thrown a crap load of stuff at these guys instead of baseball to sort of get the conversation in the right channel when it comes to baseball not being boring, baseball being popular, whatever you want to say. But this year, it wasn't like they slowly trickled in a couple rules. They said, here you go. You know, you're going to have everybody's going to play every team. You're going to have all these rules. You're going to do all of this. And everyone's going to just have to adjust. And it's going to be an adjustment. So to answer your question, I can't imagine they're going to throw something that dramatic at the baseball.
So you won't have like the Phillies in the AL East.
No. But I mean, you're still going to play them. I mean, that's one of the biggest differences. You play in every team. So there you go. I mean, I think that, and I like that. Not for playing like the Rays and the Orioles and the Yankees and the Blue Jays a million times. I like playing like the fact that they're playing every team.
Rob, we've been talking a lot about different teams here and the coaches and if they are losing players, if they're gaining, players' respect. Going into this season, do you think Alex Corra still has the ear of the players like he's had in seasons past?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it's a good conversation, right? You offer the Missoula stuff and we talked about this the other day. How are you defined as a coach, head coach, or a manager? And for Corra, it's always going to be, listen, this guy, when he gets to the postseason, he's really, really good. If Montgomery and Missoula get to the postseason and they aren't good, you're going to say they aren't really good coaches or the right coaches. But I think that Corra has that cachet because he's done it both in 2018 and 2021. And this year, that's one of his strengths, Courtney, is that the players really, really like playing for him. It has, they don't look at like anything that happened, whatever, 2017 or when he's suspended. Like for these guys here right now, they don't care about that. They just care about the guy the way that the guy who is their manager is treating them. So they love him. I mean, there's no question about that. Is one of the strengths of this team, the fact that they actually want to play for their manager.
Any scoops on the pomp and circumstance Thursday? I always like to know.
Oh,
who's coming back? Who's doing
flyover?
Who's doing the end? Well, like, what are you hearing anything good?
I haven't heard. Are you throwing out the first pitch?
I'm not allowed to ever do that again.
Really?
That has not gone well.
Speaking of which, so you have Papelbon on when? Tomorrow or the next day?
Thursday.
Okay. All right. So Papelbon, as you know, has been hired by the Baseballs and Boring podcast to be our gambling correspondent. Mm-hmm. Betting isn't boring. He was on the other day. And I think I mentioned this to you guys before. He wants to set an over-under. He wants to have an event, much like Gronk kicking the extra point, of the pitch of destiny, Jonathan Papelbon, over-under, throwing 90 miles an hour. Now, the caveat is he said he can take any drug he wants. So which I said, that's fine.
How old is Papelbon right now?
What is he?
Is he
Mid
30?
40s?
Is he? I was gonna say
Late
late
like
30s.
38 or 39.
Yeah. No, but he's very. I told him I'm taking the under at 90. But I think that this is something you can address. You like if you want to. The other thing is like who can throw the ball harder, Papelbon or Wiggy? I mean, this is
Hell
another
no.
one.
He's 42. He can throw the ball.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So
We know we've already learned on this radio station who can catch it better, and that.
Well, that's because I was cheated in the Foyer events.
No,
Foyer events never have any rules.
Foyer didn't cheat.
Yeah, he did.
No, he did
So
not.
Jugman was changing the speeds.
When Papelbon says, hey, listen, I should be able to take anything I want, like the clear, the cream, or whatever it is. When you went into the competition with Fourier, were you like drug tested or?
No, we couldn't wear gloves. It was a whole big thing.
One thing that we could never do here would be drug tests.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Listen, it's for medical purposes. I have a medical card, and that would be
That's all that matters.
That would be discrimination. It wouldn't be WEEI anymore. It would be WIGGY.
All right. Well, it's here. Home opener Thursday.
Yeah, let's go. Right?
Are you gonna come by Thursday morning, or what's your?
Yeah. Well, I would love to. It's always good seeing you guys,
Right.
It's opening day is always cool. Even though Chris Sale isn't pitching, it's still always cool. And but I think that it's like I said, there should be a drib and drab of optimism. That's good. It's good. It's not like you have this team that's going to be absolutely awful. I think that coming into this year, there's a lot of question marks, but sometimes that makes the best conversation.
Well,
so I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, some of that optimism ought to come from the fact that the Yankees are dealing with a lot of injury issues early on here, at least.
Yeah,
So-
it can work, Greg. It can work.
Is there any chance, Bradford? I know we're focused on this year, but baseball has been shoved in my face, and I got to give them a lot of credit. The commercials, Derek Jeter in the Major League Baseball, MLB, the show, like I've seen it everywhere, all over social media. So I got to give them a lot of credit for really highlighting the game and putting the game out there. And then with the WBC, any chance the Sox go after Showtime next offseason, and because he's going to be the first $50 million player? Any chance that the Red Sox are in on him?
Well, first of all, I appreciate baseball shoving it in your face.
I
So
do
there
like
you go. And I will say this. I think that they will say they are in on him, but I think there is no chance of that happening.
Okay.
So $600 million, though.
Ooh, he going to get paid.
He
He'll be a
is gonna
closer
get
and a
paid.
home run hitter.
The whole ball of wax, yeah.
Rob, what was I right the other day when I said Sox payroll this year is 17th or 18th in Major League Baseball?
It's middle of the pack, I think. I think
Wow.
it's middle of the pack, yeah. So
When was the last time it was there?
never.
Yeah.
Not under this
Never.
ownership.
Never.
Not under this
Right?
ownership group.
They've always
not-
been top 10, top 5. The last time they were out of the top 5 was last year when they were 6. But since they've been here, they've always been at least top 10.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're that low, but I don't. They're certainly not. Usually, they're like you said, they're top 5, usually top 10, top 7. But yeah, they're not up there right now. So we'll see. Hey, listen, we'll see if this whole plan works. It's for Chaim Bloom. It either works or it doesn't. Right? This is his plan. This is his team.
This is the Bloom doctrine, right?
There you go.
Spend less, and you still get to the playoffs. So we shall see. All right, Bradford, always a pleasure, and we'll see.
Yes.
We'll see you Thursday morning. All right.
All right.
All right.
Tell Papelbon again. Tell Papelbon that you want to sponsor his pitch. He's very excited about this.
Well, what
so
do you mean sponsor it? Like,
I don't
wants
know.
me to come out of
You
pocket on
didn't-
the thing?
well, didn't you want to say like a Greg Hill Foundation or something?
As my old man used to say, I'm not made of money. I mean, I don't
Your old man said it, but you never said it.
All right. There's Rob Bradford.